Hello folks, and welcome to a very muddy but very warm Canadian February weeknight evening. I was on Instagram earlier today and I saw an exercise that was posted by Footloose Eventing, and it's an exercise that I have seen and done before, but it's been years since I've thought about it. And I was like, because of the unseasonably warm weather that we've been having here in Ontario, she has been quite spicy. She's been very excited and forward, and I want to kind of dial things back a little bit and challenge her brain with a fun pole work exercise. Today will also be the first day that I am riding in my new saddle, because although it doesn't currently fit Merlin, it actually fits Eve really well. So I'm going to use it, and we're going to start by going out for a little warm-up walk hack, 15 minutes. Hi, pretty. Do you want to do some poles? Clearly, someone has been enjoying the mud. When we can get out of the arena in the middle of winter, I try my best to do that, because otherwise the winter is very, very long inside those four white walls. Oh my goodness. So this is normally what the field looks like in maybe end of April, mid-April if we're lucky. And yeah, I'll basically do her walk warm-up out here. Then we will go into the arena, do our little warm-up, and I will tell you a bit about the exercise we're doing. I'm gonna attempt GoPro chest cam, so we will see how that goes. Someone is a little jealous that I'm taking his sister for a hack. Hi, dude. So I figured that while I give her a little break before we CANTER, I would explain this little exercise so you can see two poles and then two raised canter poles. When I've seen this done in the past, it would be set on a 20-meter circle, but I have it set slightly wider just because Eve is still coming kind of back into work, and she's not strong enough yet, especially at the canter, to be doing the super tight circles. Footloose Eventing put up a reel that had clips from a lesson that she had with her coach, and her coach had her going over the raised poles at a canter, coming here, doing a circle around this pole, cantering that, doing a circle around that pole. My main reason for wanting to do this is, one, I think it's just a really good exercise, and two, I think it's going to make her slow down and think. And theoretically, these could also be done on a circle. So I walked it earlier, and there's about 5 strides between each pole if you do the distance right and you have the right turn. We'll see what she does. I haven't cantered her yet. I'm going to do just a little bit, and then we will start doing the exercise. I'm just going to take her over the regular canter pole a couple times just to get her settled before we do any of the raised. She's a little exuberant, so we're just going to trot these on a circle until she relaxes. And as you can see, I'm adapting the exercise to what she needs. So she actually needs the distraction of one pole after another, because she's, just coming into the warmer weather, going from cold snaps to warm, cold snaps to warm. She's just frisky. Eddie. Good girl. Good job. Well done. Good girl. So we'll do the same thing. We'll start at the trot. Okay, and trot. Easy. Pull. Easy. Good girl. Steady. Easy. Hold. Easy. Good. Easy. Good. Good. Better. Better. Easy. Easy. So unfortunately, my Pivo malfunctioned. So the whole thing recorded, but it malfunctioned as I finished it and I lost all the footage. But I do have the GoPro footage. So what I'm going to do is I think it would actually be really beneficial for her to do this again this weekend. So I will show you some of the GoPro footage and then I will set the exercise up again on probably Friday, because now this video was supposed to go live on Friday, but I think I'm going to put it out on Saturday if I can get it edited in time. So she was quite strong and brushy at the start. Hi. Yes, you were, weren't you? Were you a little monkey? But the exercise did what I wanted it to. And by the end, she was jumping the raised pole to the pole to the raised pole really calmly. So now that she understands the exercise, the aim for Friday will be to refine it. So it is now Friday and we are in the arena, and my God, have we had the craziest weather in the last few days. We're going into a bit of a, I don't want to call it a heat wave, but a warm streak. So the sides of the arena are down for the first time since probably late November, just half of them, but still it's nice to be able to see outside a little bit. So I rode her on Tuesday, and then Wednesday it was really crazy rain and like super strong wind. Look at that. You make a perfect sun blocker. Yeah, so Wednesday night at like 2 p.m. it was 13 degrees, and by 5 or 6 hours later it was minus like 16 or 17 Celsius. It was like a big flash freeze. And then yesterday it was cold and windy, and then today it's 5 degrees. Over the next 5 or 6 days it's going to be quite warm. There's one day where it's even going to go up to like plus 17. Absolutely wild. So I have the same exercise set up, and I'm going to see if she'll be slightly better at it tonight, because this will be the second time she's doing it. I have done a good 30-minute warm-up. I approached my warm-up a little bit differently today than I did on Tuesday. So I knew she would be wizzy once I started cantering, because it's just that time of year. She's hyper and she has energy to get out before she can do focused work. So I did a really nice, slow, calm walk trot ride. Didn't care about where her head was. I just wanted her to be a nice, slow, calm, steady pace. I incorporated all of the poles into that, including the raised trot poles. And I really focused on keeping my hands soft leading up to the poles, because I think sometimes part of the reason she might be a little rushy over fences is because I anticipate her rushing. So I tighten my hands, which makes her worry. So when I was trotting over these, because they're so little, I just focused on keeping my hands soft, and she was super, super good, and more focusing on like my seat aids and my leg and my voice to get her to steady. And she was really, really good. So then I went into a canter, and I basically let her canter until she came back to a trot herself. And she cantered for about 2.5-3 minutes each way. And at the beginning, she felt quite strong. And then as she went through and cycled through her energy, she got slower and calmer and steadier and softer in the contact. So then once I cantered, I said, okay, now we're going to bring our energy back down. We're going to zen out. And I started trotting her over the poles again, like the raised poles. And I did all 4 on a circle. And she was like strong to them at the start. Like I brought her down to a walk and then went again, but she wasn't trying to canter at them. She was just like whizzing up before the fence, which is not what I want. I really focused on getting her to just zen out, focused and calmed my energy, and she was really, really good. And she was trotting over them both towards home and away from home like she was before I cantered. That's a big step, because historically, once I canter, she's whizzy and hard to get to come back down. This time last year, when I started up her jump training again after the winter, like I would trot and then start jumping, because if I cantered her before I jumped, she was just whizzy and strong. Yeah, so this is a huge, 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 huge improvement. I think we're going to start the other way, which is, though it is the way that she finds difficult to pick up the lead, it's her more balanced rein. So we'll start this way, and I'm going to trot over the poles again, and I'll start incorporating the canter, and I just want it to stay nice and calm. If we need to trot in between to settle her back down, that's absolutely fine. That's what I had to do the other night, and she was a lot more strong the other night, but I think my energy the other night was also a little more hyped. So I'm focusing on keeping myself calm to keep her calm. Now we're gonna steady. So I'm keeping my posting really slow, staying soft over the fence, taking the time in between. And I'm really sorry about the bounciness of this. Taking the time in between the two raised poles to rebalance her, but you can see how lovely she's being. So I'm going to... Are you pooping again? Are you kidding me? Truly. Oh, you steady. No, we're not starting this. We're not starting this. Steady. Yeah, so really taking the time in between the raised poles to settle her. When I'm going into the poles, I have no issue giving her a little half halt on the outside before, but as long as I'm soft in between. So if she wants to canter after this one, I will let her. If she's on the wrong lead, that's okay. We will just deal with it. And I'm going to bring her down here, and we'll bring her down to a halt or a trot. I think trying to stop her on the circle there would have just made her panic a little bit. Here you can see she's really trying to hype up, so I'm just trying to keep her zen. Good girl. Well done. The fact that she's trotting over something raised in a nice calm manner is great. So she's a little more hyped than I'd like, but good girl. Well done. There, so she's really great. And I might ask her, when she's hype, I might ask her to wait, so I'm going to ask her to wait here. I might ask her to do an ugly chip in. Good girl. Okay. So now, wait. Good. So I half halted before the fence, but I was soft over the fence. So, oh, I did it. We could change over the pole. This is awesome. So this is already a huge improvement over the other night. Wrong lead, but that's okay. Wait. That's done. Okay, good. I am super pleased with that. I'm not going to ask her to do more than that this way, because there can also be a moment when she's going really well and I push her a little bit too far and she starts feeling weak, so she doesn't want to carry herself properly, which means that she stops working through her back and flattens out and gets strong. That was absolutely wonderful, especially compared to Tuesday. So we might not have done the circle exercise like I saw on Footless Eventing's reel, but this is a really, really good exercise to get her calm and steady. And then I might set that jump up as a little cross rope to go over a couple times each direction, just to see if this exercise has settled and balanced her. We'll start in the trot. You can see how soft I'm being in my hand. I gotta avoid the poop, lady. Steady. So I'm really sitting deep in my posting strides, like almost sitting longer than I feel like I have to. A little half halt for the fence and then soft. Good girl. And then half halting here to balance. Settle. This is where she might be a little strong. Sitting deep in my saddle, half halt, soft hand. Good girl. I'm going to do a little circle. And we're going to soften, half halt. Good girl. And this is getting strong. I'm going to bring her back to trot. Just re-establish that zen. Good girl. Super quick interlude. The moral of this story is to see if that exercise made a difference. Well done! Good girl. So that is astounding. How soft she was, and the fact that she didn't canter off, that is excellent. You know, I'm retraining her to be probably an amateur's horse, and an amateur's horse needs to have good brakes after the fence. So now I'll let her trot a little bit quicker into the fence, but I'm still gonna, good girl. But the test will be if she will trot going this way, because she's always, like most horses, she's always stronger going home. So I'm just gonna sit deep into my saddle, soft hand, but half halt. You can feel she wants to get stronger, soft hand. Good girl. Well done. And trotting, trotting. This is where she gets strong. So this here will be the test. Because I let her canter after the fence, she is a little bit stronger. So I'm gonna see she's speeding up. I'm gonna sit deep into my saddle, soft hand, half halt. Well done. Okay. So now the question is, can we canter softly into the fence? Using a soft hand. Well done. So now that I've let her canter fence, will she then trot into it calmly? Good job. Now that she has trotted and cantered the other way, which is her, you know, the way that hikes her up, will she now trot slowly into this with quite a long run up? I'm keeping a soft hand. You know what? That is okay. She saw her spot, and she took it. Didn't do your lead change. You're probably too tired. So that is awesome. I'm going to call that a win. Let her do a little stretch. And then, wow, good girl. What a difference. So basically, note to self, keep incorporating pole work into my rides. And I think that really helps to make anything raised, like something little like that, really helps to make anything raised. There's really not much of a difference in height between that and that. But the difference is that that, to me, mentally, looks like a jump. And I probably ride it a little bit differently. If I just start putting her over little stuff like this, and I said that in the video where I did her first bounce, I really wanted to start focusing on pole work and making going over things not a huge deal. I mean, you saw how calmly, or no, you wouldn't have because I didn't film it, but when I was doing my trot warm-up, she was trotting over these single poles so calmly. A year and a half ago, she would see a pole and get so excited and canter over it. So, you know, it's a big improvement, and I'm really impressed with how, especially just how much difference between the session on Tuesday, when she was good but really strong, and then I took what happened in that session and kind of thought about how I could approach it differently. I warmed her up differently. I had a much more kind of thought out plan of how I was going to do my warm up, and my main focus wasn't on her head, it wasn't on, you know, her way of going, it was just keeping her energy calm, and by nature of that, her way of going was lovely. She stayed calm. She barely missed any strides. She sat back when I asked her to. Really impressed. Good girl. Oh my goodness. So words cannot express how proud I am of this little lady. She's such a quick learner and she wants to please, but sometimes her excitement gets in the way. She gets so hyped and the adrenaline gets going and she finds it hard. And I don't know if it's just that she's getting older or she's just settling more. It's just a matter of reading her on the day, and I have these plans that I need to kind of come down to her level of where she's at on any given day. I'm gonna use Eve as a tripod. I hope that this video was interesting and informative. I find videos like this really, really interesting. We'll be posting another video on Tuesday if all goes well, and that will be the second part to Merlin's saddles being recalled and the saddle fitter coming out. Well, I didn't really film anything when the saddle fitter came out, but the info of what she changed or didn't, and his first ride back. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to get Merlin going again very slowly and to continue on this. I feel like Eve and I are on the brink. Leave that alone. Leave that alone. Eve? Yeah. You know. I just have this feeling that we are on the brink of having the breakthrough in her jumping that I've been looking for. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I'll probably do a jump session with her either this weekend or one of the early weekdays next week. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, comment down below, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. I'm trying to post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Sometimes like this, that fails. Sometimes I only do one, sometimes I miss a day. YouTube really helps keep me accountable. I also just really enjoy the creative outlet of making the videos. But until next time, I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. I'm gonna get this lady brushed off, cooled out, and back outside with her friends. See you next time. Bye.